You good?
Yeah.
Okay, because we're keeping that in. Welcome back to the Boxcast, everybody. Fuck! You know, it's okay. We'll keep going because I can
I'm
just edit this
sorry.
out.
I'm sorry, Phil. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. You're forgiven. But anyway, this is the Boxcast, and we're back. How you guys been?
You're not gonna introduce us, our names?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Where are my manners? So today's
This
guest.
is your host.
Jeez, you know what, man? Fucking, I'm gonna edit you out, like real quick. So, hello, my name is Beep.
Orlando edits me out like in the whole beginning, just like whenever like I'm speaking, he's like, or like it's just like silent.
It's just silent. First name, last name redacted. All right. Well, anyway, today I'm joined with Adrian.
Hello there.
Wearing a nice, sweet little Panthers hat.
Yes, my Panthers hat.
And then we got our golden child, Carlos.
Golden child.
Our flower child.
He's our flower child, all right.
That's me. What up?
He's growing all kinds of vibes here.
I'm all kind of vibes.
In the box cave room.
In the
Studio.
Boxverse.
In the Boxverse. There you go.
The Boxverse.
How you been?
I've been pretty good. You know, that just gave me an idea how would the Boxverse looks like if we were to create one.
Boxverse.
The Boxverse. I mean, well, for one, it would be squared.
and in what fashion?
Would it be like a squared planet or would it be a squared universe?
Well, I guess like it would be like those marbles from Men in Black, but squares.
Then who would be the one playing with the marbles?
I don't know. We haven't. I don't know.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
We're like a tadpole in our little box universe. Like it's currently developing. We haven't even sprouted legs yet.
Are we like past the Big Bang in the Boxverse?
Yes, yeah. The Big Bangs happen. We're still amoebas.
Amoebas?
We're still amoebas.
Yeah, we're still amoebas. Yes.
So in that case, right now, as we speak, the Boxverse is in the very early stage of Earth.
Yeah, I think give it 2 weeks and we'll probably be like 1,000 years old.
We're sorry, listeners. We're just bullshitting right now.
we didn't even start.
I know.
But you know what?
You didn't even start us off with questions or whatever.
Oh, actually, we'll get to that in just a second. But I want to show you.
Why have you brought me and Adrian in this room today, man?
Because I want to show you.
About?
It's only been 3 minutes.
Why'd you hit me up to come over?
I hit you up because I want to show you this story.
We'll just put a timestamp.
The timestamp.
Yeah.
So this is a very interesting story that I found the other day. That I heard before in another podcast that I actually do listen to a lot. Mm-hmm. And basically the story here is a man was arrested for fraud in Japan.
Is this recent?
Yeah, it's pretty recent. So basically what happened was this man got arrested for fraud because he wound up dating 35 women.
30 at the same time?
Yes, at the same time. So basically, a little backstory about this man is he is I think he's 39. Yeah, he's 39, and he works at a multi-level marketing company. Basically, goes door to door selling shit, and he goes to people's homes. Yeah, he's a marketer. Yeah, he goes like door to door selling shit.
He's an entrepreneur.
He's an entrepreneur. He's a cryptocurrency investor.
Pyramid scheme, man. You gotta start somewhere.
Honestly,
he was recruiting.
He was recruiting. Well, I mean, he definitely was recruiting. A bunch of lovers to, you'll see in a sec. So basically, he would go door to door selling shower heads, appliances, stuff like that. Yeah, and it turns out that most of the clients he would talk to a lot were mostly single women, and I guess this man is a player for sure. For somehow wooing 35 different women in this community.
Oh yeah.
And but also I think all these people were single women. They were all single women, mostly like in their 30s and 40s. And so what he would do is that he would date them, take them out or whatever, and I guess promise them like, oh yeah, we're gonna be a couple for sure. We're gonna get married, blah 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 blah, all that shit. And I guess this kind of plays into a societal thing in Japan because if you guys didn't know this, you know, because like you know how like in America, right? Like marriage is like, oh, marriage is when you're ready or whenever, you know. Like no one really stresses you out about marriage unless you have immigrant parents.
Depends on the family too.
Exactly.
And the culture.
But I think in general,
it differs. I mean, we live in a place where like it really differs. It's not
exactly.
really like, you know, just one thing. Like you know, it's a lot of things. You know.
Exactly. So here in America or in Western culture, marriage is not too important compared to other things like getting an education and getting your shit together, you know. But in Japan, it is a big deal, and it's kind of fucked up. But this is a real thing. If you're in your 20s and you don't get married by the time you're 28, people would call you like a rotten fruitcake or like, oh, you're kind of like past your expiration date. Like no one's not gonna marry you now. Shit. Yeah, and it's a pretty big like anxiety, you know, spiking expectation in Japanese culture for women to get married as soon as fucking possible. Mm-hmm. And so I guess this guy really played on that by promising them like, oh, we'll get together, you know, I love you, all that bullshit. But here's where he did like the actual criminal shit. Because he was dating all these 35 women, he would tell them like, oh, hey, it's my birthday on this day. He would tell a different woman, oh, it's my birthday on this day. Oh, and basically, yeah, he would wind up getting like, I think it was over like so he ended up defrauding them of over 100,000 Japanese yen in like the amount of money like all of them spent on him.
So it's
together.
Nearly $1,000.
Nearly
$1,000 in U.S. dollars.
And yeah, it's almost $1,000 in U.S. dollars.
Oh shit!
So I'm pretty sure they bought some really expensive shit for this guy. Maybe a watch.
But
for how long has this been going on?
Yeah.
I think
that's crazy. I mean,
I guess
to be talking to 35 women, like,
right?
You must not do anything at home. All you do is work, and then you just talk to these women, and then you just like scam them for all these gifts.
That's like NBA player level of like, you know, scandal right there.
Who has the patience?
Exactly.
But yeah, I was just curious.
He's probably got like burner phones, like at least like maybe
yeah, exactly. That's like athlete level, like seeing women, you know.
But like, how long had he known each woman? Do you think?
It doesn't say. It just mostly goes into talking about how he met them and promised them a relationship.
Yeah, but I figured it'd be like over time, you know.
Yeah, maybe over like maybe a year and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
Doing this, and so yeah, basically he would he would tell each one of these women a different birth date to get like, you know, so that they'll buy him a gift or something like that, and in reality, like his actual birthday is November 13th, and so. You know, like, so for example, like he told one, like, a 47-year-old girlfriend that his birthday was February 22nd, a day after hours. And then to another woman that, oh, my birthday is in July. Or he told, you know, or telling another woman, like, oh, my birthday is actually in April.
Yeah, so it's been, like, probably a year.
Maybe a year of doing this shit.
Yeah.
But now, here's how he got caught. So I guess it turns out that, the way how he got caught was the victims ended up finding each other. I guess somehow by talking to the right person at the right time, they found out like, hey, did you meet a guy who's like this and this and that? Like, yeah. And did you buy him a gift for his birthday? Like, yeah. When was it? Oh, it was this date. Really? Because he told me it was this date. Like, what the fuck? And so all these women ended up like starting like this little victims association.
Oh,
they got real official with this shit. They started
shit. I mean, getting scammed.
So they formed a victims association, and they ended up finding, you know, all like anybody, like they found like, you know, all these women that were connected with this guy, and then, you know, they filed a report against him. And so here's where it gets funny is that when word got out about this, a local Japanese news station found him. Like they found him, and then, you know, they fucking got up to him like, hey, so are you behind this whole scandal about you dating 35 women? And then the guy was like, no, I'm not. And then he starts running.
Fuck.
He starts sprinting away. And actually, like right here, here's the conversation. So his name is Mr. Miyagawa, and so the guy was asking him, you're Mr. Miyagawa, right? And then the guy would be like, no, that's not right. And then like And then like after that, like he just starts running. And then like after that, as they're chasing him, he just takes off. And I guess when word got out, the internet heard about it too, and a bunch of people were clowning this guy. Like one Twitter person wrote, "Are you aiming for a Guinness World Record?"
Jesus.
By the way, just so we don't get in trouble, this I'm reading this off of an article on Vice.com. That's where I found this story. Well, I first heard about it in a podcast, but since I want to look up the details, I found this article on Vice.com. That's where I found the story. But yeah, so just asking him like, are you trying to win a world record of dating these women? Another guy wrote, he's skillful and diligent. What great talent. It's not possible to do this unless you can remember the personalities, names, jobs, and preferences of 35 different people.
That does sound impossible.
And then one more quote, with 35 people, if he was seeing one person a day, that means he could only meet the woman once every 35 days. If he met 2 to 3 women a day, then he could see them every 2 weeks.
Did he?
It makes you think like
who the fuck has time?
What the fuck did he say to them?
Yeah, right. Like what?
A smooth talker.
Honestly, like I'm more interested in like finding out what is your game, bro. Like fucking give me the secrets, dude. I want to know.
This is mind-boggling.
And then this last bit of this quote. Did he treat dating like juggling different part-time jobs?
That must have been a part-time job.
Holy shit, dude.
He must have been stressed the fuck out.
Yeah, that's the story of...
Dude, talking to 35 women.
Probably wondering like, oh wait, was this worth it? Was this worth it for the Nintendo Switch?
I just think like what was going through his head? Like, why?
I mean, it's probably...
like,
probably just thinking like, like, straight up cartoon villain, like mastermind shit,
Like, do I have something to prove here?
They called me a madman.
They called me a madman. That is just crazy.
Yeah.
The stressful, like for some people, like one woman is probably like already stressful enough.
Yeah.
35
yeah.
is I don't know.
Yeah, because you just have to remember like
their
just
names.
everything. Yeah. Well, like just everything about them.
Yeah, everything about them. So then it'll come off and be like, "Are you
unless
okay?"
Unless he has a notebook.
He probably did have a notebook.
Yeah, I think that would be like a little more.
Like it's the 90s.
Or
with like your telephone book, all the names and addresses.
Black book, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, more like he probably just like wrote things down. Like he probably were like, oh, so and so likes this and is like this other so and so is like this and likes this. Just like he's got like a Rolodex of people.
He's got it organized by last name.
Say, hey, how's it going? He's like, who's this? Tammy. Flips through the book. Tammy, of course. How are you?
Oh, you like dogs.
Say, how's your dog doing this? Say, I don't have a dog.
Oh shit! Hold on.
You know what? Forget about the dog. I heard that you like pink, right? Like, yeah, I love the cherry blossoms. Yeah, you goddamn right, you do.
Goddamn right, you do.
Damn right, you do. Because I remembered.
Because I remembered.
How can I forget? I love you.
How could I forget? It's impossible to forget you, Crystal.
It's Crystal with an H, right? Good. Just making sure.
Fucking hell, man.
I don't know, cause this makes me think like, I don't know. I mean, this is like just one case of like a guy doing this, but ended up making headlines everywhere. I'm pretty sure this happens all the time. Just I guess
maybe
with
just like 3 people. Like at least here in like the United States, it's probably like I would think like the most probably like 3 or 4 people. Like there's no way like your average, you sort of cutthroat cold player American is just gonna be playing 35 women at once.
That's crazy, dude.
That is just crazy.
Wasn't there an NBA player that went on record saying that he has like at least 100 baby mamas or something?
Oh, that was Will Chamberlain.
Will Chamberlain?
Yeah, Will Chamberlain. He didn't have baby mamas, but he said that he
allegedly slept with 100 women.
Yeah, he slept with 100
different women.
I think is a bunch of bullshit.
Given
that it was like the 70s, he was probably on the Colombian salt, I'm going to say.
Colombian salt.
There's no way in hell 100 women is
Because I mean,
ridiculous.
Because if it's 100 different women, literally, you would have probably caught like a number of different diseases.
Oh yeah.
You probably wouldn't make it to 50.
No, and like he was like one of like the best basketball players at that time. There's no way 100 he can do 100 women and not catch anything.
He might have all the STDs.
I think he must have been misheard. I think he said that he did a woman. He did one woman 100 times.
It could be that.
It
Yeah.
could be that.
It's like that quote by Bruce Lee, I think, saying like, "I'm more afraid of a guy who's practiced a kick 1,000 times than a guy who's practiced 1,000 kicks."
Mm.
It's yeah.
No way. No way. Didn't you repeat yourself right there?
No. It's I'm more afraid of a guy who's practiced 1,000 kicks than a guy who's practiced 1,000 kicks.
1,000 individual kicks.
Different kicks. More afraid of the guy who's practiced one particular one because then he might be very good at that one kick if it connects.
Well, practice makes perfect.
I know, right?
Just ask Will Chamberlain.
Just ask Will Chamberlain. Just look at him. He's balling.
He's balling. I think he's alive. I'm not sure. I think he's
still alive. I think.
I don't know.
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
I think like didn't he? I mean,
I know Bill Russell's alive.
Yeah, he's still around.
Let's see.
I think.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died.
How recent though?
That was
In 1999.
Yeah, 1999.
Oh, never mind then. That was a while ago.
Yeah. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Bill Russell.
The man who slept with
Bill Russell.
No,
we're talking about Will Chamberlain. I'm
Will
sorry, I got
Chamberlain.
confused.
Yeah, Will Chamberlain.
You fool! Come on, man.
Oh, you were throwing two different names around. I couldn't tell which one was it. Please, have mercy on me.
It's okay, Orlando. It's okay.
What's in your bucket list, Carlos?
Bucket list?
Yes.
Damn, that's a straight up question.
I mean, like,
Well,
there's gotta be something.
Yeah, you gotta lead into it, man. You can't just ask me straight
Well,
up.
okay. What are two things on your bucket list?
Oh, you fucking nigga.
God damn it.
Like, okay, so maybe is there like an activity you wanted to do, a food you wanted to try, a country you wanted to visit, a person you wanted to hang around with,
A person you wanted to sleep with.
a person you wanted to sleep with?
Jesus.
I would not call it a bucket list. I would call
That's like a wish list right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a wish
Okay,
list.
then never mind. That
We're
doesn't
talking
count.
bucket list.
It may or
Okay.
may not come true.
A wish list is figurative. A bucket list is
I think
more
for
concrete.
one, for me, it would probably be to skydive.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess for a lot of people, they'll probably think, "Oh, that's kind of stupid." Like, well, it really isn't, because it's because everyone's heard of like the whole falling out of the sky and the parachute doesn't deploy, and then the other one, the emergency one, doesn't deploy. But there's probably a whole bunch of people that haven't skydived yet, and I think for me, that would be one of the things I want to do before I am not on this world anymore.
Why skydive?
Well, it's because
I've never seen you as the adrenaline type guy.
well, yeah, I keep my secrets.
Yeah. You don't seem like the guy that likes to, be tense because you wouldn't watch The Conjuring 3 with me.
Well, I would rather jump out of a plane than
watch The Conjuring.
Yes,
What the
definitely.
hell?
That is the trade-off.
That is
Give me
trade-off
the
for you.
backpack and the helmet. I will do it.
I'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out. So the reason why I would do it is because like it would be something close to flying.
That's true.
I remember this guy called Amar on a channel that I recently discovered called Yes Theory. They're these guys who sort of strive to do things that are out of their comfort zone. He was somebody, and he's very okay with heights. There's three of them. Three of these guys. One of them is Thomas, and they're all from like different parts of the world. That's what made the group so special. One of them was from America. His name was Matt. Amar, who he's from Egypt, and then Thomas is from, I believe, Sweden. So these three guys, they kind of came together, started a channel to do things that were uncomfortable and to kind of become a better person. But Amar in particular, this guy, he doesn't have a fear of heights, and I saw a video about him skydiving, and how he wanted to do a world record longest skydive. And he talked about how when he was a kid, all he wanted to do was fly, and who doesn't want to fly? That's probably one of like the number one things that like if someone was asked what would be your superpower, they're gonna probably say, oh, I would like to fly. and he thought like, well, I obviously achieving disembodied flight is impossible, but at least skydiving, falling from a certain height in the sky is close to it. And for me, I think that looks really, really cool because to me that would almost be like flying, like feeling the wind on my body and seeing at least where I'm skydiving from, like from like really high up. And like when you're in a plane and when you look down, like it looks kind of cool because you see everything, and that's kind of what I would want to see, but like not in a plane.
Yeah.
And like the world looks different from like
I
up
get
above.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, and the world looks different from like when you're really high up and you're falling, falling very, very fast.
Yeah. No, that's a pretty cool like thing to do, like on a bucket list.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Yeah. I mean, because like you always see on like TV, like how it looks really scary, and I mean, probably is for some people.
Yeah, most definitely.
But like just getting it over with is like just like saying like fuck it.
Yeah.
And like seeing just what it is. Maybe when you get down to the point like, oh, I'm never gonna do it again, you probably would never, but at least you experienced it.
Yeah, like,
or you might like it, you might grow accustomed to it.
You'll remember what it feels like to be in the air for a good amount of time.
Just looking down at Earth from like such a high place, just looking at the landscape and all that, just like seeing everything. Like, oh look, that's my house right over there, or that's where I usually drive past.
That might be what it would be like for us, because there is an airfield like down here, very close to us.
Yeah,
and actually another one too.
Yeah, the one that's in Paris.
So we could literally like skydive and be like, look, there's QV.
Yeah, and there's also one
where the boys are.
That's where the boys are.
Get binoculars while in skydiving, just like looking down at everything.
Oh shit, there he is.
Oh look,
I see you.
I see you.
Hey, like everything's like, you're up in the sky, like binoculars looking down, like trying to like see, like he's like, oh look, there's one of the guys right there. And then like it zooms into like your buddy's like.
He's doing his like mundane task.
You like
call him, and then you throw the binocular at the car.
You like call him while you're like coming down, and then you're like, hey, I can see what you're doing in your bathroom. You call that a wipe? You are disgusting.
You call that a wipe?
What do you say?
It's supposed to be 4 squares, not 2. What's wrong with you?
Have you heard of using wet wipes? Goddammit!
And then the line disconnects. Like, what the fuck?
Like, what's happening?
I'm like, okay, 4 squares then.
4 squares it is then. Jesus.
All right,
you know what? For me, one bucket list item I have is to maybe like travel to a different country. Besides Mexico. Mexico doesn't count anymore because it's like right there and it's easy to get there. Plus, I've been there like a month ago, so
yeah.
I don't think for us we should count Mexico. Maybe like if it's over the ocean, then that will count for sure.
Oh yeah.
And Hawaii does not count either.
Yeah, probably not, because Hawaii is just a state.
It's a nice vacation.
Yeah,
but it's not. It's
It's like traveling to like Illinois. Like it's.
But there is culture there. I mean,
exactly.
I'm not diminishing Hawaii.
There's a culture, but it's still more of the same, like at home. In a way.
But it's like getting like more away from like where you're living.
Right.
Like going to like you're talking about like
Illinois.
No, like a different country.
Oh right, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Like I want to go to like Peru.
Right.
Or
because like
those type of things. Are you trying or is that what you're trying to say? Like go out to like those type of places?
Like travel like to a place where everything is not like in the US, and something where I will like get shocked, but like in a good way. As to get me out of my comfort zone, what I'm used to, and kind of like get me to start embracing something different. Yeah. So like for example, like maybe if I traveled to the UK, I'll be like, wow, it is raining every day here. That's not like that. That is not California.
That would be a dope place to visit.
Yeah.
That would be like one of my places I would love to visit.
And for some reason, the bars close at 8 p.m. What the fuck?
But what would be one place though that you want to see, like Germany, Russia?
I guess Japan is gonna be number one for sure, just because I've seen so many videos about it. I've seen what locations look like, what cities to look at. So if I were to travel to Japan, I would have a plan ready to go, and I would know, okay, I want to hit up this city, I want to hit up this city, and I can use the transportation because I've seen videos how to use it. And then maybe second will be like maybe Germany or the EU.
Yeah, because Japan would be like really cool to see.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Japan will be one of those countries that will feel like a whole different world, just because it's like, yeah, it's just forget anything about America. It doesn't exist here. You're in Japan now.
It's like we hear about it, about like the culture over there.
Yeah.
But it's like it's just like the idea of like like forget what you were told in school and like actually going there.
Yeah.
And seeing it for yourself and like making your own opinion about it.
Exactly.
I think that's the cool part about doing that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you read a book and like the book is like, like those textbooks in school.
Yeah.
It'll be like written by freaking like a bunch of white people or like a bunch of so and so
university people.
Yeah.
Smart people. But not like people that have actually been there and experienced it to that extent.
Yeah. Because
they only write about it. Just mostly write about it.
But it's like actually going to like the area and like experiencing it. Or like just like experience everything as a whole.
Yeah,
I think that's the really cool thing about it, because like it could be way different, or it will be way different than what you expected when you get there.
Yeah,
which I think is really cool.
Plus, like it'd be cool to have the ability to like go back and then tell everyone else like, okay, so if you go this way, there's a great place I know, and then and now you're the tour guide because you got experience.
Yeah,
you know what you're doing.
Yeah, and it's like you have like the experience of like being somewhere and like being able to share it now.
Yeah, with
like people
That's you can like bring back like maybe like a bottle of beer, but like it's like, yeah, this is, you can't get this anywhere in America. This is like pretty rare. Something different.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You know what is your bucket list item, since now Adrian and I shared?
Yeah, that's a tough one because I would have said I have like at least two, but I'll just go with the easier route. I would want to like, I don't want to say live, because I don't know, but I would really want to see like New Zealand or Switzerland.
Oh, okay.
Because like I've seen like photos of like the vast landscape of like the green and the mountains. Like you'll be like on a green plain, and like by like a mountain that's like not too far off, like it'll be like snowy on the top.
Oh damn.
And like the view is just like, from what I've seen, like it just looks so immaculate.
Yeah.
It's just so like awesome to see, and it's just like just see that much like cool vegetation, and like in the area that's just located, like it's just like amazing, and it's like, and it's really far too, and it's just like, it's also like Japan, like you're going over
the ocean.
You're going over the ocean. You're going to a whole new area on the world, and it's just like, what am I going to experience?
Yeah. If I had the opportunity to do something like that, like let's say go to Japan, and I have like a good amount of money stored up, I would want to go for at least a month.
That's what I was gonna say.
Because if I'm gonna cross the ocean,
so you gotta stay at least a month.
A month, because if I'm gonna go cross the ocean in a plane for 18 hours, which will be terrifying as fuck for me. I want to be at least on land in a different place for at least a month.
Yeah, because it's like, you don't want. I hate the idea of like vacations where it's like or like going to like somewhere new. It's like you only stay there for like a weekend.
Yeah,
or you only stay there for like a short period of time.
It's like, we're only here for 2 weeks.
So you're cramming so much in. It's like you're not really enjoying it. You're not like, when you wake up early because you have to try to get everything in. It's like, wake up like naturally, like really like let everything come to you.
Feel at home in a different country.
Yeah, feel at home. Don't feel rushed. Like really experience it.
Yeah. What it would feel like to get up in the morning and just see what town looks like.
Yeah, like what
outside.
What do you hear? Like, is it like a different type of bird noise?
What does traffic sound like in Switzerland at 8 a.m.?
It's just like just talking about it now.
Exactly,
like,
dude.
It's like, those are like really, interesting things about like visiting other places. That's why I like, going to like Switzerland for me, like has to be one because of this like the landscape of it.
Yeah, I would want to visit Rotterdam and the Netherlands. Because mostly because I hear that name come up a lot in things that I like artists will be performing in Rotterdam. Oh, I'm in Rotterdam, and I'm like, you know what? If that many people are going to Rotterdam, I'm gonna go to Rotterdam too.
Yeah.
Travel there, just check it out.
Yeah, Netherlands.
The Netherlands. You know, Adrian, what would be a place you want to visit?
I don't know. I guess Canada, like probably the big cities like Toronto, Vancouver.
Toronto.
Yeah.
The Six.
The Six. I mean, we can. I guess if you wanted to, you can start on the West Coast and go to Vancouver.
Yeah, I could.
And then fly over and go to the East Coast in Ontario.
Edmonton and Montreal.
I think Canada would be a really dope place to live.
Yeah, and even though it's like almost, and even though it's like, well, I mean, what I mean by almost like the United States, because it's a country where like predominantly it speaks English. Besides like the East Coast, like Montreal, who.
But they speak French.
Yeah, well,
yeah, that's the East Coast of Canada.
Yeah,
when you'll start getting to French speaking.
Yeah, I think they call them provinces.
Provinces.
Where a lot of those places they speak French. It'll be different enough where where it's not exactly like the United States. Like people will most likely speak English, but the culture will be different, the food will be different, the vibe will be different. Well, the vibe is such a weird thing to say. Like the feeling of this place will probably.
Yeah, that is a weird thing to say, but I mean that's true though. I mean, you do feel a vibe when you go anywhere.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like whenever I go to, let's say, Sylvester's house, I feel a certain way when I go there.
It's just like the
go
aurora.
Exactly. And
like
I'm pretty sure when you're out and about visiting places, like you'll get a feeling of something, and when you remember it, it's like, oh yeah, that feeling, yeah, that's only about this area.
Yeah.
And that's such a crazy thing too.
I know, right? Like it's weird how it's like, it's weird how like every place has a weird feeling that your brain knows, like, oh, I'm thinking about Rotterdam right now. Oh, I'm thinking about Quebec, because I feel Quebec in my mind, makes me think and see Quebec. I don't know. It's just I mean, vibe is something you can actually say, I believe.
It's
what was why Canada? What would be like?
Why Canada? Adrian?
No, or just like
why are you so
what would be like
basic?
a really cool spot? I know you said like the cities and all that, but like, have you really like watched videos on it?
No, I haven't.
No?
I haven't watched a lot of videos. Probably I should, because I was gonna say like, oh, maybe since I don't really know, I could probably go, in a hypothetical situation, like I could probably go and like see what would be a cool spot, or experience a new spot or a new place. But I think it's probably important for me to do like research, kind of like what he's done with Japan.
Yeah.
I just know that like Vancouver. I mean, it's because Vancouver looks like a cool city, and Toronto looks like a cool city. And for me, it's because it's mainly because of hockey. I would probably want to see a hockey game in like each of those cities.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, because I know you like hockey. I just didn't want to like say like, oh, you want to go to Canada.
You're gonna be
like
the guy.
But it's everyone's.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
You're gonna be like the hockey version of that Marlins fan that's been to every MLB stadium in the country.
I don't know how that dude can do it.
And then it'll just be that one that one San Jose Sharks fan that's been to a Canadians game, that's been to a Maple Leafs game, and the camera just singles you out just because. I
gotta get like that seat behind either one of the benches, because the cameras do get like shots of the benches a lot.
They do,
and there's gonna be a high chance that I'm gonna be there just cheesing.
Hey, what's up, yo?
Hey, what's up, yo?
It's me. It's your boy here.
It's your boy.
But what would be really cool? I want to say this really quickly. What would be a really cool second thing on my bucket list? That I wanted to say is like go to like a really cool cool forest like Ottawa.
Oh,
I've been there.
Yeah.
And just like be able to stay there for like a weekend or like 4 days or whatever, and just being away from like technology and just like going with like people I know, or like or with friends, or even by myself, and just be able to like just experience like just nothing, just like just living.
Yeah. You're just like
It's like just getting away, just
Yeah.
try it out, like getting away from everything. It's like,
and then just kind of just every day you wake up and be like, okay, I went to this part of the hill yesterday. I'm gonna go to this part of the hill today.
yeah, like
I'm gonna see what's around there.
yeah, like I want like I'll leave the phone like at home or in the car if I were to drive, and just have like a special camera to like take pictures of like what I'm doing.
Right. Go horseback riding.
No, well, you take trails.
Yeah, but I mean, if you want to make it interesting, go horseback riding. Like, hey, we'll take horses on this trail. Why not?
Well, you have to walk it.
Okay.
But that'll be interesting though.
Yeah.
Taking a horse like on the
If you
trail.
want to feel even more disconnected, like don't use a car. Use like traditional transport to get around.
Damn, imagine.
Fucking a wagon.
A
wagon. Oh, like it's the Oregon Trail.
Like it's the Oregon Trail.
Hey, the Oregon Trail.
But I see what you mean, though.
Yeah.
Honestly, dude, like I've been thinking about that too. Is because I started playing Red Dead 2 again.
And it's just like you just want to be there.
Exactly, because
You just want to be there.
like honestly, like in that game, that's what I do a lot. Like I just spend a lot of my time just like walking around the forest, like not even like rushing to get to like the next mission. I just like get out of like a mission and be like, okay, I see a deer there. I'm gonna walk to that deer real quick, and then I just kind of just take in the noise and take in the environment, and that's what I do a lot.
Yeah.
I'll spend an hour just doing that before I'm like, okay, where's the next story mission? Or I'm gonna go to Valentine now. And I want to do something like that.
Mm.
I just get lost for a minute and be like, all right, it's getting late, gonna go home now.
Yeah. So I bet you had a really interesting time when we went up to the cabin, huh? Last year.
Yeah, dude, that's what I was thinking because when we brought up travel, I was thinking like that weekend was interesting just because it felt like we're out of town. It's just us. And,
The guys.
and we're just and for like a minute I felt like I lived in a different spot.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it'd be cool if maybe we can go to Big Bear for like a week.
You see, that's what I would want to do, but I would
the
just
same
hate to like
thing?
bring it up because then it's like I know like some of the guys like, oh, they can't pay for it, or
Yeah.
then it's like, oh, I want to go but I can only pay for this day, and it's just like oh, this is such a
There's
mind-boggling.
always there's always that.
But
Everybody,
it would be really dope to stay for like
yes,
a week.
for like
Monday
a week.
through Friday,
Yeah,
or start like Wednesday past to I don't know Tuesday of next week.
yeah.
So
something
I think
like
at
that.
least you get the weekend in.
Exactly. Get that
And
little
you
bit
get-
of time in there.
Yeah, that freaking
Cause I mean, those 3 days were something for sure.
Oh,
It
yeah,
was
those
a
are-
great time.
that was really fun.
I mean-
just like hanging out with the guys, like we make like we take care of ourselves. Like,
Yeah, we fed each other. Like Sylvester cooked for us.
yeah, and then like Trigo made burgers, and then like we
Exactly.
just had like beer, we had water. Like we all like pitched into like like really
Exactly.
live in there, and it was like it was just like a cool experience, like us like being able to just just to do that with each other.
Exactly.
I mean of course, like shit, we're older,
Yeah.
but
Like,
it's just like
for
just like doing
moments-
yeah
Like for a moment, we're on our own and we're taking care of each other.
and it's just like it's just like chill, it's like relax.
Exactly. No one's bugging us to get this done or whatever. It's like, okay, you can go do that, we'll do that, and blah blah blah.
Yeah, and it's
We'll
like
get stuff done.
you could be talking to one of the guys, you'd be talking, and then next thing you know, you can walk up, go to the kitchen, you can be talking to someone else, and
Exactly.
and it's just like
it's someone that you know.
yeah, and you just you're just always in that really cool environment.
It's I'm gonna bring this up again. Like it's just like in Red Dead 2, like you're just hanging out in your camp, and then you just before you leave camp, you're just saying hi to Dutch, hi to Lenny. You're like, hey, what's up, man? Good morning. How you doing?
Yeah.
It's that same kind of vibe. It's like, yeah, because everyone here knows each other, so I can just talk with anyone.
Yeah.
Maybe help them make breakfast and be like, all right, what's been going on with you, bud? What did you dream about last night?
Yeah. This is like one of those really
I
cool
love
moments.
that, dude. That was great.
I mean, you had those
was
type
a
of
good
moments too, right, Adrian?
Which moments?
I don't know, just like being up in the cabin, like just like chilled and all that.
Yeah, it was it was pretty nice just to be with like you guys and like being somewhere else. That feeling of like being not at home is like kind of exciting, It's because like for me it gave me like a sense of like, oh, something new is gonna happen. And normally like when I'm here I'm just like I'm just like, oh, okay, today's just gonna be like yesterday, I guess. I might go to the store, I might get something, or I might go do this. But then when we were over there, it's just like, oh well, I mean, like there's like vegetation that I've never seen before, like these trees I've never really seen before. The air was different, the people there were different, the town looked different.
We can go to this town center today, and then there's like another one down the road. We'll go check that one out.
Yeah, and there was like, the lake there too. It was just like different senses that were like firing in my mind that made it really exciting to be there.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just overwhelming.
Yeah, well, not overwhelming,
Yeah, no,
but just
yeah,
like it's just like the first time you went to Disneyland. That's kind of how it
It's
felt.
just
Like
that it was a shame though that we only went for like a weekend.
Yeah,
Because and plus since it was like the height of the pandemic,
Yeah, that's the sucky part too.
we just felt, I guess we all, I feel like we all collectively felt, without even saying it, like, I want to go out, but I kind of don't want to because of what's going on.
But then again, it was like we all were all taking care of it ourselves, like at home, making sure like we always wore a mask and all that.
Exactly.
Like, we always we were always okay with each other. And then at the cabin, we were still like like we knew of it, and we were still like cautious, or like even when we went out.
Yeah.
It was still pretty dope.
Yeah, it was, man.
But yeah, like I agree. Like, we should have been there longer. It would have been cool though.
Yeah, that would be nice, man.
Cause I thought it was really sick how like there's no like a lamppost.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Which I get, because shit, wildfire. Duh.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Wildfires and
But yeah, it's just living in an area where like when it's dark,
Yeah.
and the only lights you see is like on the cabins around, or like this, or like the
Distance,
gas station or some
exactly.
stores, like the lights and all that, like the their logo lamps or like
Exactly.
logo signs or whatever.
Yeah.
And then that's it. It's like
Maybe like one street lamp that's in like town in the corner or something.
but yeah,
That is a whole vibe.
it's like those type of areas that you want to get away to.
Exactly. You know what? Fuck Las Vegas. Let's go back to Big Bear again and get lost again.
We can always go to like a different like cabin. I
Exactly.
know, like
Exactly.
I don't know. I've seen people go to like Lake Arrowhead or Ottawa. I know that I think there's has to be some places up there with cabins and all that.
I
You
think
do
there
that?
are.
Yeah,
We'll be down to do that.
yeah. But it's always cool to like get out into like a forest.
All right. Let's talk about one more thing real quick. What is something that you're gonna like? What is something big you got planned that you're doing later this year? Like concerts, or are you gonna go to a show, or you got any like trip planned?
Me?
Yeah. Just if you got one, let's
Going
talk
to
about
an
that.
amusement park, I guess.
Any like big travel plans you got up?
No, I know. I mean, the only thing I have right now, of like trip wise, is the one with the guys. You guys, or like whenever we do it.
Oh, okay, that one. That's up
Yeah.
in
I know we we had to postpone it.
to be continued,
Yeah.
or to be announced.
Yeah, to be announced.
To be announced.
And then I have another one possibly in August, but I'm not too sure. But honestly, I was planning on trying to do a trip. I don't know if by myself or with other people.
Mm-hmm.
But I did want to go to like somewhere, like in my car, like just drive. I don't know, because I was thinking like maybe driving down to like San Francisco.
Okay.
But I don't know.
By yourself, like, would you be okay with that?
I mean, I've always wanted to see how it is, just like getting out, like seeing something new also.
Yeah.
But also just being like in my own space and going at my own pace, where it's like I'll wake up in the morning, I'll move at my own pace, like
Yeah.
like, oh, like what do I feel like doing today?
Exactly. I thought about that too sometimes. Like, I'll just be like in my room and I'm like, you know what? Why don't you just drive to San Diego? Why not?
I mean,
Just
it's
drive there. Don't have a plan really, just besides getting there, and from there just see what happens. Find a place to park and then just walk around.
let life take its course. Man.
Exactly.
I think
I
that's
thought about doing that too sometimes, just getting in the car and just going somewhere, whatever.
I think this is like the part of like overthinking like what to do over there instead of just doing it. That like
Yeah,
stops.
exactly. Like exactly that. I think that's what makes it more fun.
Yeah, because
You're not worried about what's there. It's just if you see something, it'll be like, oh, let me check this out. What was this?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
amazing.
Where are we
Alright.
gonna go in August?
Vegas also. It was gonna be for like just for fantasy with my cousin.
Fantasy?
Yeah, football fantasy.
Like
It's
it's like
one,
a conference or something like that, or
it was
you're
with a
just
bunch.
celebrating or something like that, right?
No, it's for us to start doing our draft.
Oh, and then just be out and about having fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
From-
okay,
from-
I see what you mean.
Yeah, from what my cousin texted me last time, he was saying how he was looking into getting a suite with
Mhm.
with the elder guys that I know. I mean, I'm not too close to them. I mean, I just know them and they know me. Like, we just talk whatever. And like we just get a suite or a room. I don't know for how long, for like a weekend or like one day, and we just do like drafting there, which I think would be pretty cool.
I remember when you brought up that plan, like the guys were saying, like, "Oh, you're getting us a suite? You're getting us a suite?
Yeah.
Fuck that, dude. A suite in Las Vegas?
Thanks,
Are you
BB
fucking
Carlos?
kidding?
Thanks for getting us a suite.
I ain't fuck, dude. I ain't that rich. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Imagine.
that would be cool. That
Yeah.
you're so rich that you can just treat your friends out anytime you
go to
want.
Lake
I know.
Havasu.
Like,
Honestly, dude,
imagine that, like having a rich friend.
Yeah,
He's like,
man.
you know, you talk to him like he's like one of the guys, but then he'll be like, "Hey, you guys want to go to like Lake Havasu? You know, I got a cabin for us." And he's like, "Fuck." Imagine. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
I mean.
like I wish I was rich to the point where if I'm bored, I just like call all you guys and just tell you like, all right, here's the thing, call off work. Don't worry, I'll take care of it, and let's just go to Mexico, for no fucking reason. I just feel like it. I'm just bored. Who wants to go?
Yeah.
And then just do that, just like spontaneous trips, just because you're bored. It's like, well, why not? I mean, I got the resources, I've got all the time. Why not?
Exactly.
And then I just want to bring people with me. Like, it's okay. I'll pay for everything. Just go. Just go. I just want you to go. Grab a bag. Let's just go.
That'd be pretty dope. What about you, Adrian? Yeah, anything going on?
Oh, actually, there is something that we've been planning.
Oh.
Actually,
Yeah, the both of us.
the two of us.
So,
So, you want me, actually, go first.
yeah,
Go ahead.
so it's because two of our favorite bands are going to be performing here in Irvine. For him, it's a punk band, The Descendants. He I think 2 years ago he wanted to see them at Dana Point, but we never ended up going. But this time we're gonna probably go see them, and then Rise Against, one of my favorite bands.
Oh, Rise Against.
Well,
Yeah.
mine too.
Oh,
shit.
okay, yes, our favorite band. They're gonna be performing here in Irvine. Recently they released their newest album, the
Nowhere Generation.
Nowhere Generation.
And so they're going on tour.
and they're going on tour for the
it's
album.
tour.
Yeah,
Also
the
in
tour.
Chicago, because that's where the band formed.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
the mayor dedicated June 4th, which was this past Friday,
Oh.
Rise Against Day. So if you saw me post it, that was why.
Yeah, that's why.
It said in Chicago though, which I guess that pertains to like for Chicagoans. That Chicagoites. That would be like, you know, like I guess a national or not. No, not a
Like a
national day.
statewide, activity
day.
or event.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And I'm pretty pumped about it. We haven't been to a concert in like 2 years.
Yeah, the last concert we've been to was in 2018
For Cal Jam 18.
for Cal Jam 18 to see the Foo
Damn.
Fighters.
And it
That's a
was
long time.
it was really fun.
It was a pretty exhausting day, but it was a fun day though. Still,
Yeah, it
because
was
we've
super
seen
fun.
like fucking 10 shows that day.
Fuck.
and
Concerts are fun.
They are
they're
fun.
really fun.
And,
But what is nice about this is that it's gonna be in we're gonna have like our own seat, because when we were at Cal Jam, we could there was like an amphitheater where we could have been sat, but those tickets were like expensive. So there was this other section behind that called the lawn, which is literally just this field, and then you just it's sort of like the beach. You kind of just pick a spot, put your blanket there, and just be there to check it out. It was in San Bernardino, so it wasn't too far though. It was about 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
Yeah.
speaking of which,
Okay, right now, so Orlando's like showing me the picture of
Yeah.
So this is Cal
the
Jam.
theater.
Here's another view of it.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll be a big one.
And that's like that looks pretty cool. And that was at the and that's the Cal Jam place.
Yeah, that was the Cal Jam place.
So like right there's a stage in the middle. There's like the pit area, and then
that's really
this
good space.
general lawn area. That's where Derek, Adrian, and I were at.
Yeah, but we weren't too far in the back of the lawn. We were like pretty
still
close.
Pretty good.
Okay. So in that
away.
venue, there's that theater, and then there's like seats, and then behind the seats is then it's called the lounge.
The lawn.
Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then here's where
Gotta get context for these.
And then here's where they're gonna be performing. Here's how this venue looks like.
Yeah, so there's no lawn.
There's no lawn. It's like literally like actual seats.
Yeah.
Where I guess I can imagine we're gonna be standing the whole time anyway.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like a thing that you just have to do at a concert, you know.
Yeah.
Like when it's like a pause, you know, then you can sit, but when they're playing.
Exactly.
You gotta stand up.
Instead of being on just grass and hoping and praying that people won't step on you.
Yeah.
When the mosh pit happens or something.
Oh God, the
mosh
pit.
Pits. I've never seen one in person. I've only seen one on videos.
Oh yeah.
If I was drunk enough, I'll be down for a mosh pit.
That looks
because I think I've realized that I can be like I often am the aggressive drunk. Like yeah, it's because like, or at least depending on the vibes, because when I was hanging out with the guys last week, we were just hanging around, except I was playing a lot of heavy metal just because like that's what I was listening to that day, and I just thought, all right, I'll play some Metallica for the guys. I know they like Metallica. Yeah. But because I was like 6 beers in though, I was like buzzing real hard, and I was like, yeah, and I was just going ape shit. And so if I'm drunk enough at a rock show, I'll be like,
you think you'd just be able to
let's
let
go.
loose?
Yeah, because I'm surrounded by a lot of, you know, crazy vibes, loud music. So that'll probably get me really down for a mosh pit for sure.
Yeah, and just being able to be around like people who get your type of music, who get like your music vibe. Yeah, you know,
who understand my scene.
Yeah, I mean, I've listened to rock, but like not like how you guys do it, but like but like listen to it, like it's pretty good. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's just finding
the right band.
Exactly. There's a 1,000 different rock bands out there, and they're all different. So it's all a matter of taste.
But I think that's the cool thing about music is like there's always a different interpretation of it.
Yeah, exactly. Because
music is not you know just one thing. It could be many things.
Exactly. But yeah, this is how the venue looks like. Adrian's hoping we can get some seats right here in the middle because that's a good view of the stage.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's like not too far back, but like not too like close.
Maybe if it's possible, I can edit in a photo of the of the venue into the video somehow. So I guess if anybody who watches the video instead of actually listening to it, I'll put out a prompt saying, "Here's a photo of the venue," and then take a look at it.
You just put the picture of it for the guys.
Yep.
But
just for context.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty dope venue though. It looked pretty big.
Yeah.
Or it's like biggish.
Yeah, it's pretty biggish.
I would have to see it in person though.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. It might be a lot bigger than I think, but it still looks pretty good though. I mean, any seat will probably be a good view, and you know it'll still be fun to go. So yeah. I'm down for that.
Yeah, me too. Plus, it's in Irvine, which I saw that is one of the safest cities in the state.
In this state, or at least in this region.
Well, no, the whole state.
The whole state,
the whole
not
state,
just like safest city in SoCal.
Yeah, no, it's one of the safest cities in this whole state.
Well, then at least then
right next to Temecula.
Like,
come on.
No, it's true.
Temecula is the second safest city in the state.
Well, probably like one of like the top 2 or 3.
Then all right.
Yeah, it's one of the top.
And I guess we'll see how nice Irvine is when we go there. Plus, like I found out about this because I follow the Descendants on Instagram, and then when I saw like one of their posts on Friday, you know, they were saying like, oh, we're gonna be on tour with Rise Against, and then here's some dates, and after that I was like, that's a lot of dates. Let me check it. There's a California one, and so I was looking around, and then I was like, they got 2 California ones, and so that was when I researched it, and then when I saw how close Irvine was, I was like, we can go.
Yeah,
it's close. We can go.
Yeah, Irvine's not that far.
So
I was just there. That's where I was at for the KBBQ.
Oh, okay.
That place is good.
Nice, safe BBQ.
Nice, safe BBQ.
KBBQ.
KBBQ.
All right. Well, do you guys have anything else to say?
Sebastian has something to say.
Sebastian has something to say.
Well, we heard it, and I don't care. Anyway, this has been the Boxcast, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this nice conversation about our bucket list goals and other plans that we've got going on. But also when we talked about deeper things, you know, the meanings behind the things that we do. I hope that's something to take away from this. So thanks for joining us, everyone, and stay tuned. And, you know, we'll come up with another episode next week. See what happens. Goodbye, everyone.